Welcome back to our channel today. The topic is Uttar Pradesh 736 Crore allocation. A boost for urban housing changes have been taking place in every part of the world, including the country of India. With rapid growth of cities, the states within India now face the growing population problem. But India is the state which is the population of the country, which is the most troubling. You've got cities like Kanpur, Ghaziabad and Varanasi growing in a really fast manner, which is both a good and bad thing. This in itself shows that the government needs to have rapid headway policies to strongly interpret the growing need of people to have housing that is cheap and also is sustainable. This also shows that the government is not trying to control the housing market, but instead is trying to control the people by giving them more houses at a lower price. The housing challenge in Uttar Pradesh borders is even larger than some countries with over 240 million people. The state continues to face deficient supply of housing. Urbanization of rural families to cities in search of employment and educational prospects has worsened this imbalance. Nearly a third of the state is now estimated to be urbanized, and this figure will steadily increase in the coming decades. The significance of the 736 crore allocation across the nation. Housing is seen as a symbol of standing in a strong social bond. Allocate urban housing to the poor and working class of the state. This will boost employment opportunities and urban amenities, while also establishing stability in the urban housing regions. The wider economic effects and the social equity will surely strengthen political standing near elections and improve citizen faith. Impact on expected urban development. Uttar Pradesh's urban landscape can be transformed by the planned allocation of 736 crores through. First, the allocation can remove some components of the housing deficit by financing the construction of several thousands of affordable housing units. Beneficiaries of this housing program includes families living in slums or substandard catchy houses, who will be able to enjoy legal housing, better living conditions and sanitation facilities. Challenges in execution. The allocation is commendable, but its impact it is set to have is determined by how well it is executed, and this is where the most issues seem to lie. Housing developments in India are often postponed due to prolonged periods of inaction, overspending, and difficulties of acquiring the land. In the absence of effective governance and clear systems, the risk of funds being wasted or poorly managed is high. One of the main issues that arise is the land available. Projects that provide affordable housing require vast quantities of land, which is hard to find in many urban areas. Purchasing land without the risk of land disputes or community displacement is a significant hurdle. Strengthening public-private partnerships in housing. The success of funded housing initiatives depends on how much private support can be attracted as well. The allocation of 736 crore in Uttar Pradesh can help strengthen public-private partnerships, as the state can subsidize land and regulatory support. Developers can bring efficiency and capital to the initiative. The focus of public-private partnerships can also help in the quality of and the duration of the projects undertaken. When it is solely a government initiative, it often loses the innovativeness and efficiency necessary because of the red tape and the bureaucracy. The private contractors help introduce competition into the system, which greatly improves the overall cost efficiency of the project. Housing as a driver of social transformation. Another part of life that improves with the provision of housing is the social life. There is disparity in isolated housing, which leads to the segregation of people and other social problems in cities. Providing housing that can accommodate as many people as possible leads to a better life in the cities. Social problems such as the lack of trust, stigma and other issues become better. Thus, minimal conflict and more peace is achieved in cities. Building resilience through sustainable urban housing. As cities within the state of Uttar Pradesh grow, not only is there an increasing need for housing, but there is also a striking need for housing that is livable and able to withhold harsh changes in the environment. Because of climate change, urban risks, and the degrading of the environment, the allocated money gives us an opportunity to build shelters that would reduce the damage to the environment and still withstand changes in the climate. A vital pinch of resilience is of planetary sustainability. Urban housing can incorporate green technologies such as solar panels, recycled water and energy optimizers, and water-efficient fixtures. Lower living costs load onto the socially just ecological footprint, which is in a state that is constantly stressed and shriveled with water. Please like, share and subscribe.